Oh, Master, it's your time to do with as you please. But what about those who depend on you so much?
Solitude wouldn't be the same without the Fire Festival. City owes you a debt of gratitude.
Fletching suits me. It's difficult and sometimes tedious, but a well-made arrow strikes forth like a...
Hey, wanna play tag? Pardon me.
Come on in. We got warm food, warm drinks, and warm beds. Welcome to the Winking Skeever, friend. Of course. Of course. Remember the Winking Skeever next time you're footsore.
Ready for a duel? I've been practicing. Care to wager? 25 septims seems a fair amount. It's only natural to be nervous. That jab was a tad sharper than I expected. I'll weave a tapestry of insults so grand, it'll leave you speechless. I've met mud crabs that sound smarter than you. I see what you were going for, but you might want to work on your delivery. Come now, I know you've got some clever words rattling around in that head of yours. Oh, that's not, Ah, it's my turn. Brace yourself. Discourse with you is as odious as a Daedra in the Crystal Tower. Looks like someone needs a bit more practice. Come now, I know you've got some clever words rattling around in that head of yours. Wait, what? That was, my turn to take the lead in this little dance. Your breath could fell a dragon at 50 paces. Touché, my friend. Touché indeed. A master stroke of words. Your victory is undeniable. I tip my hat to your prowess. Enjoy your prize.
Coin or two for a veteran? It's not much to ask.
What is it? Can't you see I'm busy? I can't be seen making casual conversation. It's my duty. to watch and protect this magnificent city from any threat that may rear its head, lest I lose mine.
You know you can afford a septim or two.
Ah, don't worry. These walls will keep us safe enough. Now, pickpockets. Them we should both watch out for. Or worse yet, getting mixed up in the affairs of our betters. You arrived about the time of the execution, right? That's what happens when those in charge decide a lowly god has stepped out of line. You're right. I'm loyal to my city and my Jarl. No one could compare myself to that traitor. And it's not as if Rogrier can be a bad influence anymore. But there'll always be temptation. Some of us earn barely enough to feed our families. Is it really a surprise a god will sometimes stray? Talking to a bard is innocent enough. And they give coin, you say? I'm not sure, but let's say someone did have interesting things to say. How might he find a bard to help turn those words to gold? Yes. Good, good. I'll be sure to look out for them. Thank you.
Not easy being a bard.
I'm a little busy at the moment. I've got all sorts of errands to run. Lady Atia says my voice is second only to hers, but she's selling me short.
Papa says I won't see Rogvier anymore, but he wouldn't tell me why not.
That damn fool! I should wring her neck. Lorena. That fool student of mine stole my flute and sold it to some necromancer. I just got a ransom note for it. That flute has been handed down for 17 generations. Well, don't just stand there. Go get my flute! Apparently, Lorena told him some story about the flute being able to make the dead dance. It's just a flute. A really old and valuable flute, but just a flute. Now you can say you've met the most talented bard in all of Skyrim.
Divine Smile. What are you doing that for?
Today, we shall embark on a most vital lesson concerning the art of cataloging. Now, as we learn the intricacies
It makes me sad. Oh, sorry. My mind wanders sometimes. I was just thinking about Finn's loot. Over a year ago, thieves broke into the college and made off with a lot of valuable things, mostly gold and silver. But they
Or
also stole
even the
Finn's
first
loot.
dragon sighting in
We just
Skyrehcs
learned where the bandits fled
almost
to, and
lost
I
to
very
catastrophe.
much want that loot back.
That actually reminds me
Finn
of
was the
another
bard
example.
who invented
I'm
the
sure you all
eight-course
know the
loot that
ancient
is
Norse
commonplace
hero,
today.
Olaf, One-Eye,
Until he
who
found a
faced
way
the
to
mighty
string the
dragon
extra
Numenor
courses,
atop
bards
Mount
only
Everest.
had 6-course
Records
loots.
say the battle
The
shook
loot
the
they
very
stole is
foundations of
Finn's
Skyrehcs.
original
But of
8-course
course,
loot.
Olaf
I
emerged
doubt they even
victorious,
realize its true
earning himself
value.
a place in history.
Glad that
This
distraction
too was
is
almost
over.
knowledge. Gotten with false retellings becoming more popular than the actual truth. Wait, what were we talking about? Ah, yes, cataloging. Proper cataloging is very important. This concludes today's lesson.
All right, then.
My position, Dean of History, actually covers a wide range of subjects. I teach poetry.
Ah, there you are. Any success with Norland? That is good news. Well done. I'll make contact with him shortly. This wasn't a difficult task, but you have saved me some effort and thus earned yourself a reward. Here you are. Spend it in good health. You did well. I may require assistance with more tasks, so do check in with me from time to time, if you are so inclined. Until then... Need something? I do indeed. Now that I've satisfied my need for local knowledge, I think it worthwhile to expand the reach of my little network. I want you to talk to Tanhana, a young Redguard girl working at the city stables. She spends much of her day chatting with the carriage drivers, exchanging a wealth of tales from across the land. I'd like you to convince her to share her stories with us. She is, I am told, a figurative open book, reveling in heartwarming tales and gripping sagas, almost as much as she indulges in the chatter of the roads. Surely you've traveled on those beastly carriages at least once. They may be uncomfortable, but there is something about the rhythm of the horses' hooves, the creaking wheels and sedate pace. It's that something that seems to cause passengers and carriage drivers alike to prattle inanely, revealing much that should perhaps remain hidden. What's more, should I ever wish to disseminate some piece of information, I would need only pass it along to one of these cart drivers, and that information would be spread throughout the land. Good. Remember my teachings, and I have every confidence that you will succeed.
Ah, yes. Welcome, welcome.
You are who I was waiting for, yes. The most recent student to join us. Helvana had a lot to say about you. Most interesting. I am Sledrig, Archbard of the college. Ah, spare me your masters, professors, or any other such titles. I have no use for them. I've already had enough empty platitudes from students and colleagues to last 3 lifetimes. The only people who call me master either want something or do so because they know it annoys me. Like Helvana. You need only call me Sledrig. Archbard Sledrig, if you're feeling courteous. See that you do, and I'm sure we'll get along famously. Now, perhaps you're wondering why I asked you here. It is quite simple. You are a student of the Bard's College, and I am a teacher, and so I intend to teach you. Heed my instructions, and you have my assurance. You will become the most stalwart Bard to have ever stepped foot in Skyrim. most would leap at the chance to receive personal tutelage from me, not question my motives. But if you must have an answer, I haven't accepted a new apprentice in over a decade. Only those with the greatest promise are worth my time. I believe you to be such a student. One worthy of apprenticeship, and more. That she is? She is my apprentice. One of the few here able to fully appreciate what it is I can offer a receptive mind. But still, each student has their limits to what can be taught. And I fear she has reached hers. Yes, that is a fair question. There are many things you can learn about being a bard here at the college. Things like singing, the use of an instrument, the value of knowledge, the power of the spoken word. My official position here is Archbard of Songcraft, but that is just what I teach the other students. For you, I have something else in mind. What I offer to teach is mastery of your voice. Oh, just what I need, another jester. You and Helvana should get along like shield and sword. But enough talk. The best way to learn is by doing. There is a gathering of bards soon meeting at the Winking Skeever. Helvana was to go by herself, but I think you should accompany her. Go there, make your face known to your peers, and assist Helvana in her duties. Yes, this will be a suitable first lesson. Good. When you're ready, speak to Helvana. She'll make the arrangements for your invitation to the gathering. Also, you may wish to visit Radiant Raiment, the clothing store. They may have something better suited for a bard to wear. Report back to me once you have been to the gathering and Helvana has completed her task. And some parting advice. Bards must always look beneath the surface of things. Try to keep an open mind. That is all.
Hey, watch it! Hey, watch it!
I always wanted to play the lute, but my fingers are too big and untalented.
They found it. They actually found it. Riorn's drum. Nobody knows where he died, and therefore where his drum might be. Haldir was the missing link. Riorn entered Haldir's cairn in secret and presumably died there. Now all I need to do is find someone to get it. Wait, you. You could do it. I need you to get me that drum. You're joking, right? Riorn, only the most famous battle drummer of the Second Age? Well, famous among bards at least. That drum has been in half a dozen famous battles. It's a priceless artifact. Riorn was always looking for new stories to tell. It seems he was writing a lay about Haldir when he vanished. That was the missing clue. I suppose I should return to my papers.
I'm a little busy at the moment. I've got all sorts of things.
Divines bless you. May the ground you... Oh, thank you. Divines bless your kind heart. It's best you leave me be.
Oh, what delight. Another charming custom. You'd think so, wouldn't you? I'm fine. Thank you for asking. Radiant raiment has the finest attire in all of Skyrim. That is how we... Wait. You're that new bard, the one who saved the festival, aren't you? That was a good bit of work. Wait. You're that new bard, the one who saved the festival, aren't you? I've been waiting for you. Here, this is for you. Thank you for your patronage.
Finest fish here. Caught daily.
Hey.
Let me know if you see anything you like. Welcome. Trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing. Come back to bits and pieces anytime.
Let me know if you see anything you like. Oh, let me just drop. Take a look. Finally.
Seems there's no end. Looking to protect yourself or deal some damage? Return anytime you need arms or armor. My forge never rests.
Finest fish here. Caught daily.
I've got weapons for giving and armor for getting. Want the finest weapons and armor. Keep safe, and always wear your armor.
Hey, watch it!
I understand you accepted Master Sledric's offer to teach you. That's wonderful news. I suppose now that makes you his apprentice. Guess that makes two of us. But, if I might ask, did Sledric really say he'd teach you to improve your voice? Is that true? Vague. Yeah, that sounds about right. I try not to question Master Sledric or his lessons. They don't always make sense, but I do always learn something. As far as training your voice goes, I'm sure he'll explain when the time is right. So, is it true? He did offer to improve your voice? Wow, I wasn't sure. I mean, I didn't think Sledric would accept a new apprentice, let alone offer to teach them that kind of... Well, that is between you and our master. For the time being, I'll ask no more. So, you look like you're ready to attend the gathering, all dressed up. Ready to meet some fellow bards? Sure sounds like fun, don't you think? Where do I start? Have you ever seen a rooster strutting up and down a farmyard? Well, it's like that. Only instead of roosters, it's bards. And instead of crowing and fluttering their feathers at one another, they show off new songs, have heated debates, or just simply brag. If you want to fit in, I'd advise you show your confidence. Stand your ground, and maybe do a little feather fluttering of your own. I don't think I've mentioned before, but personally, I shy away from the performance side of the barding. And, well, from beginning to end, gatherings like this are just one big performance. And I don't just mean the entertainment. Everyone is playing a caricature, trying to appear more or less, or completely different than what they really are. I find such things uncomfortable, the falseness of it all. But we're bards, and that's just what bards do, I guess. So, you ready? All right. Now, the idea of these gatherings is to meet other bards, share stories, new songs, or ideas, but mostly it's to make yourself known. So, once we're inside, you should try talking with the people there. Who knows, maybe you'll meet some friendly faces, or get some good advice. As for me, I need to meet with someone for matters of college business. But once you've had your fill of the gathering, come find me, and we can make our excuses to depart. Here's your invitation. Don't lose it. I'll see you inside the Winking Skeever.
Mind your step. The artwork around this place is beautiful.
I don't know much about this stuff. I just know what it said.
A lot of history here.
Your invitation, please. Thank you, Mom. Go right in.
Be careful.
Disrespect the law and you disrespect me.
Blessings of the Eight Divines upon you. How may I help? Let us walk in the steps of the Divines.
May knowledge of your
I am in your way. I am sorry.
trials.
You look troubled.
I hope your journey was not too tech.
Okay, I will unwind a while.
Oh, it's you. Will surprises ever cease? You know, I never took you for the bardic type. But then I suppose it does take all kinds.
These are strange times. I didn't think my research would be relevant.
I'm here on East Empire business, naturally. It's always good to make contacts in the field. New friends in places high and low. But fair warning, there are some here less savory than myself. So, keep your eyes open and your purse close. To be perfectly honest, not really. Most are simply here to posture and make small talk, meet their competition in a more friendly setting. But, now that I think about it, there was a rather unpleasant Dunmer. Fancied herself a duelist of insults. It would be a laugh to see her taken down a peg or two. If I weren't keeping a low profile, I'd be tempted to do it myself. Now that I would like to see. If you find yourself trading barbs, try this one on for size. Tell her, your charm is as bountiful as a crop in the Alkia Desert. I picked that one up in Hammerfell. Dunmer are somewhat ignorant of Redguard culture, so a Redguard insult should leave her thoroughly stumped for a comeback. Ha! What is a bard, really? I'm not being facetious. That's a genuine question. I mean, I wouldn't use the title myself. But I suppose, under certain definitions, you could call me a bard. Just don't ask me to sing for you. Of course, always a pleasure to see you.
I'm a bard, trained at the Bard's College here in Solitude. Oh, I hope they'll serve the roast venison with bittergreen sauce that we had at the last party. There are words spoken and words unspoken. Then, the insults. Always good to see a fellow bard.
seek ye food or song unending, fighting, drinking, fellowship and boasting, find welcome here, and warm your soul. Sometimes I like to think my cooking is like playing the flute, or singing a song. Let's sate that appetite, hmm? You can eat an ingredient to learn one of its properties. However, they taste disgusting. Remember, the wayward minstrel can't afford to do free performances.
Hey, good to see you again. I hope you're enjoying the music, ma'am.
Hmm? What is it? You'd better have a good reason for disturbing me.
Oh no. I had no idea she was here. Anyone but her.
Helvana! I'd recognize that discordant voice anywhere. How are you, dear? It's been too long. Still slumming it at that college of yours?
Hello, Lolaya. I'd ask how you are, but I don't really care. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Still working on your social graces, I see. Worry not, dear. I'm sure you'll get there someday. Oh, it speaks, does it? Impressive feat for one with so much drool running down their chin. Huh. Who are you, anyway? Your mere presence is an offense. One that's doubled when you open your mouth.
Ugh, by Talos, now you've done it.
I will not stand for such churlishness. You hear me? Consider yourself challenged. A duel, here and now, if you've the gall. You seem rather sure of yourself. Is that bravado, or ignorance speaking?
I understand you've already had some training in the art of dueling with insults? Lolaya is more bark than bite. If you think you're up for taking her on, I'll admit, I wouldn't mind you wiping that smug look from her face. I'm all for a little humiliation when it comes to Lolaya.
It isn't a duel of wit without a wager. How does 100 septum sound?
Make it 200, and I'll cover it. My friend may be the one dueling, but you've insulted me just as much.
Your play first, whelp. I hope you don't get stage fright. Well, that's unfair. You caught me off guard. Ah, it's my turn. Brace yourself. Are you sure you're a bard? You've more the poise of a milkmaid. Is that the best you've got? If so, you're in for a rough time. Come now, I know you've got some clever words rattling around in that head of yours. Oh, this isn't what I rehearsed for. Time to show you how it's done. Your attempts at wit are as feeble as a farmhand's first love letter. Well, that was something, but I'm afraid it missed the mark entirely. Now it's your chance to strike back, if you dare. Oh, this isn't what I rehearsed for. You're about to witness the master at work. You've all the charm of a hag raven and half the beauty. Oh dear, that was quite painful to watch. I don't believe either of us won that exchange. I suppose that makes it a draw. You're more capable than I gave you credit for. Take your gold back, Hellbonner. I don't need it. I shall take my leave. I must charter a boat to the Somerset Isles. Until next time, Hellbonner, and Hellbonner's semi-competent friend.
A draw? Hey, I'll take it. At least you took some of the wind out of her sails. That alone was worth it. You should get back to meeting the other bards. And don't worry, you've already met the worst, so it only gets better from here. I hope your journey was... too taxing.
Poetry is so dull when it isn't set to music. Music tames the most savage beasts, even Nords. Ugh. I suggest you learn more on your own. Always glad to talk to a bard.
I'm not looking for conversation. I don't know who you think I am, and I don't care.
My research would be relevant so soon.
No, there isn't, and I suggest you leave it at that. No, there isn't, and I suggest you leave it at that. Leave me alone.
Remember, being a bard isn't just about the music. A song. I seem to have misplaced my lute. Another time, perhaps. Can't do that. Sorry. Take care, friend.
You are new, yes? That's mighty bold strutting about like that. A word of advice, my friend. In a fight, make sure to pull your bow all the way back to get the most power out of your shot. Until our next meeting, if such is fated.
I'm a bard by trade. Perhaps you've heard of me. Always glad to talk to the bard who returned part of the poetic Edda. Keep low, tread lightly. Saved my life. You need to leave? All right.
I'm not looking for conversation. Leave me alone.
Oh, hey! I've almost finished with my business here. Are you done introducing yourself? Alright. But before we go, there's a small matter we need to take care of. My task here was to acquire some artifacts for Master Sledric. A tablet, and a piece of parchment. Only, the parchment's gone missing. Heron here tells me he had it when he arrived, but considering its value, he suspects someone at the gathering has stolen it. We don't need the missing parchment, but if we could find who took it, it would save us a lot of time and effort. Heron is an old friend of Professor Germain, actually. His area of study is ancient folklore. He was kind enough to pass along some of his recent findings. Well, that which isn't missing. Thank you. I'd appreciate your assistance. Now, we don't need to reclaim the parchment right here. Only find out who took it. Sledric can arrange its recovery in a more subtle manner. You've spoken to most, if not all, the people here. Tell me, did any of them seem suspicious to you? Like they might be a thief? Take your time. But if you talk to anyone besides me or Heron, don't mention the parchment. We don't want to cause a scene.
Hmm? Oh, hello. Can I help you? Me? I'm Heron. I study stories and legends of the past. That's how I discovered those artifacts, buried away in an old tomb. I hadn't planned on returning to Skyrim, but the college paid me good money. It was worth the inconvenience. Oh yes, right out of my room. Dreadfully sorry about that. Should have kept a closer eye on me belongings, I suppose. Oh well. Still, you have the tablet. Sledrick should be happy enough with that. If you ask me, that Khajiit over there seems a likely culprit. Those cats have sticky fingers. Or maybe it's that drunk I saw stumbling around. Maybe he stole the parchment to pay off a bar tab. Damn thieves. Can't keep their hands out of your pockets. Oh, my room, yes. Sorry, it was a long journey here, and I'm still tired. I just misremembered. An honest mistake. What? Lying? Why would I do that? You should be careful who you accuse of such things. Someone might take offense. I already told you the truth. If you don't believe it, that's your problem. You do not scare me. Take your accusations elsewhere. Well, that's not as much as I could have gotten. But all right, I was lying. I got a letter from someone. Said they'd pay me twice what the college was offering, but only wanted the parchment. I figured, since the parchment wasn't really necessary to read the tablet, it wouldn't be so bad if I sold it to someone else. Here, take it. And I'm sorry. It's just, I really could have done with the extra coin.
I'm glad you came here with me. Usually I have to do these things by myself. I'll have some words with Heron. Explain how the college doesn't appreciate being hoodwinked. You should go speak with Master Sledrick. I'm sure he'll be eager to hear what happened. And thank you for your help. I know you've not been a bard for long, but I think you're going to make a good one.
Lead the way.
I'd appreciate it if you kept all of this.
Say no more. There is an understanding between us. When we further news, we'll let you know.
Thank you, Tiriana. And thanks as well to your partner. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have company. Welcome back. I hope things went well at the gathering. Tell me, what do you think the purpose of you going there was?
That is what I told you to do, yes? It is important to meet your fellow bards. But there was more to your lesson. Whether you realized it or not, you spoke to many types of bard, and hopefully listened to them as well. In fact, I know that you listened, because you caught Heron in one of his lies. You paid attention. You took in the words spoken by others, and truly listened. Very good, yes, very good. You acted like a true bard. I'm pleased with your attitude. After all, a firm foundation must be built before one can progress. I said I'd teach you how to master your voice, and I shall. But first, there are important matters that must be attended to. There is much talk of dragons as of late. It's even said Helgen was destroyed by such a beast. Although these claims may be exaggerated. This does not surprise me. From the moment I laid eyes on you, I knew there was something about you. If these tales are indeed true, Whiterun is in danger. They must be made aware of what has passed. You are tied to this, I feel. Whether by fate or simple circumstance, either way, you must finish what began at Helgen. You're my apprentice now, so I give you this task. Travel to Whiterun, speak directly to the Jarl, Balgruf. Tell him what you saw. Because knowing there is danger may save lives. And if that does not compel you, then do it because I told you to. Good. I am pleased to hear this. If the Jarl requests your assistance, you should do what you can to aid him. After all, this situation affects all of Skyrim. But I suspect it may affect you most of all. You are not yet ready to learn what I have to teach. But I believe that will soon change. I have that feeling. If I have need of you, I will send word. Until then, you have your next task.
Need something?
Where do you want to go?
Going straight through, or did you want to stop somewhere along the way? See ya.
Sorry, I'm taking a break. I wasn't shirking, honest. I'm just catching up on some reading is all. And did you want something? Yes, that's right. Some stories make me feel like a giant. There are sad ones and scary ones too, but the hero always saves the day. Usually. But books aren't the only place to find stories. Some of the best tales are the ones that were never written down. Oh, yes, absolutely. I don't have much time to spend in taverns, but when I do, it's just as you say. Mostly, I make do with stories from carriage drivers. They hear so much on their travels, and while I tend to their horses, so often they'll tell those interesting tales. A bard? Wants to trade tales? With me? Wouldn't that be something? Perhaps you're right. The things I hear should be shared with others, to help write new stories to be sung throughout the ages. Besides, sharing tales with a bard sounds a lot more fun than dealing with horses all day. I think I'll start writing some down right now.
Need something? Until next time.
My father was all the family I ever had. I felt so lost when he died. But the crew of the Red Wave's my family now.
Carriages to all the cities in Skyrehcs. Don't forget it. Where do you want to go? Going straight through, or did you want to stop somewhere along the way? Climb and back, and we'll be off.
I've seen some truly wonderful sights since I took to the seas. I had no idea men could die in so many ways.
Did you see a dog out there? I don't know, really. The blacksmith is offering a reward for a dog he saw on the road. I was hoping you'd seen it. I guess I'll stay on the lookout. Keep your nose clean while you're here, outsider.
Come on in. We got warm food, warm drinks, and warm beds. Welcome to Dead Man's Drink. Of course. Of course. Sure thing. It's yours for a day. I'll show you to your room. Right this way. Let me know if there's anything else you need. Welcome to Dead Man's Drink. Of course. You hear any juicy gossip in town? Be sure to share it with me.
Excuse me, madam. I don't normally do this, but... have you got a moment to talk? Flirt? No, that wasn't my intention. Not at all. I just meant I have a proposition for you. No, not that kind of proposition. I meant I'd like to do business with you. Not like that. Can we start again? Oh, thank the divines. Right, let's have another go. My name is Lucian Flavius. I'm a scientist, philosopher, amateur wizard, and something of a musician, though I suppose that's more of a hobby. I couldn't help noticing that you seem... how can I put this? Well acquainted with the less savory side of Skyrehcs? As a matter of fact, I do. I'm here in Skyrim on an expedition, academic mainly. I find the province simply fascinating. The flora, the fauna, the ruins, both Dwemer and Nordic, the architecture, the politics. Trouble is, I'm really not much of a fighter. I know a few spells and can just about swing a sword, but beyond that, I'm pretty useless in combat. Skyrim's no place for a milk drinker like me. Not on my own, anyway. So, I'm looking for someone to travel with.
Our hopes and our dreams.
Ah, but I'd have you to protect me. And I imagine I might pick up a thing or two from you before long. Come on, what do you say? I suppose what I'm asking is, would you awfully mind if I tag along? I will of course compensate you most handsomely for putting up with me. Oh, shall we say 300 septims up front? After that, I'll top you up every time we come across something useful to my research. At your discretion, of course. No obligations, save that you take me with you, and assist in keeping me alive wherever possible. Oh, splendid. Here's your gold. This is going to be quite the adventure. It's a pleasure to meet you. Lead on.
Hey there, Lucian. My name is Inigo. Very pleased to meet you.
Pleased to meet you too, Inigo. I think we're going to make a great team.
Yes, I am sure we will.
You don't sound very convinced.
Well, you seem a little,
A little what? Well-educated? Well-dressed? Wealthy?
Weak. I mean no offense. I am sure you will be fine.
Fine? You're sure I'll be fine? Gosh, thanks for the vote of confidence, Inigo.
Forget I said anything. Sorry, Julian.
It's Lucian.
Lucian, yes. What did I say?
Julian?
My apologies.
Apology accepted. Right then, Indigo. Let's get back to it, shall we?
It is Inigo, not Indigo.
Exactly.
Point taken. I do not know about your skill with a blade, but your intellect is clearly sharper than most. Glad to have you with us,
Lucian!
Lucian, yes, Lucian. I am sorry.
You're doing it on purpose now.
I'd be a lot warmer and a lot happier with a belly full of meat.
Ah, of course! The Bloodfall Kingdom back home in Cyrodiil. Their queen could be a very useful person to owe us a favor one day. Let's help her out.
Yes? What is it that you want? While the idea seems dubious at best, it has not at present been entirely ruled out. Speak. You expect me to believe that? I thank you for your kindness. Very well. I'll make the arrangements.
Must you push like that? Lucian Flavius, reporting for duty. Azoga Grabatul rules over the Bloodfall Kingdom, a region of Cyrodiil she inherited from her grandfather, the first Bloodfall King. Her father was the infamous bandit ruler known as the River Snake, who went a bit wild after being denied the throne for his tyrannical tendencies. Azoga, on the other hand, while at times a little vicious and politically hot-headed, is on the whole fairly even-handed and rules with honor. The Headman's Cleaver is one of their most prized artifacts. Helping recover it from the Green Cap bandits would surely earn the Queen's favor, which is certainly worth having should we ever run into her people. My favorite color is blue. Oh, something else. Absolutely not. I've tried. Divines know I've tried, but I just can't get the knack. Every single horse I've ever tried to ride just throws me off. Or maybe I just fall off. The point is, I can't ride. Maybe one day I'll learn, but today is sadly not that day. Now that you mention it, I suppose there is. Somewhere here in Skyrim, there's a Dwemer ruin called Doomsbethar. I came across a text referring to it in my last few months at the Arcane University. Dwemerus is a fiddly language. Often the same words can have multiple meanings, but I'm fairly sure it translates loosely to bound ghosts. It piqued my curiosity. The use of soul gems in Dwemer automatons is well documented, but no one really knows much about their purpose or function. I thought perhaps this place of bound ghosts might be something to do with that, so I did some more research, but I just can't find the location. My father's looking into it for me while I'm here on my expedition. If he finds anything, he's going to let me know. All right then. Let's get moving. Never been a big fan of Falkreath. Too many graves. Depressing, isn't it?
Hey, Lucian! This way! Keep up, Lucian! He was probably studying something ancient he found under a rock. This place is making me nervous.
I like to think of philosophy as a way of conclusively resolving the big questions in life. Or is it? Discuss. Part of me feels maybe we shouldn't be here.
Mind you do not drown. Look at you, splashing about. Mr. Dragonfly is but he is safe inside his jar. Well, dead on the ground anyway. I'm not feeling at my best. It is a good thing I heal quickly.
Comes for you now.
Nice work.
Mortal fool. No one hides from
Succeeding at life is harder than achieving death, especially when. Excuse me, my friend. Okay, let us see what we have. I have your back, my friend.
Is it over? Did we win? You do know where you're going, don't you?
Oops.
Greetings. right behind you. This place gives me the creeps. In Cyrodiil, we respect each other's personal space.
The living shall fear. You did well there.
What do you need? Certainly. Spells it is. Whatever you say. Keep an eye out for interesting artifacts and murderous undead.
I smell reanimation and damnation.
What's a milk drinker like you doing out here? Go home to your mother. Why? What are you gonna do? Cry? No need to get rough.
Skyrim weather at its finest. colour stone you have there. May I see? Oh, thank you so much. It's been ages since I last had a look at one of these. Beautiful, aren't they? Actual fragments of Aetherius in our very hands. This one's a touch flawed, of course, but it's still stunning. The Aelids really were masters of their craft. Thank you for letting me look. I really do appreciate it. Whatever you say, boss. And away we go.
suffering exactly. I am here for you. I hope this will be a mutually beneficial exchange. If you need anything else, just ask.
Hello there.
It
Bye
is,
for now.
yes. Some say I am unfortunate to have been born so different, but I think I am lucky.
You certainly are. I don't suppose I could take a sample.
I am not one of your science experiments, Lucian. I am not a thing to be dissected and studied at your leisure.
Oh, of course. Sorry. I get carried away sometimes.
No harm done. Maybe I will let you have a few words later. Just try to remember the difference between people and things, please.
I'll do my best. What's new? Whatever you say, boss. Let's go. From Indigo?
Well, Julian, I grew up in Riverhold, but I spent a lot of my formative years in Celebrate. A part of me will always reside there, I think.
No way! That's where I'm from! Have you ever been to the Imperial City?
My brother and I planned to, but we never quite made it. Anyway, I've always wanted to go. Tell me about it. Please.
That's the thing. People from all walks of life, every race and creed, mingle in broad, thin streets that glow almost white in the sun. New sights and sounds delight and challenge your senses at every turn. Swallows nest high in the pale walls, flitting from the crenellations to swoop and dive and play above saints and sinners alike. And watching over it all, the white gold tower stands sentinel, an unrivaled ode to wisdom and the Its beauty is beyond words. I do miss it.
Sounds amazing. I am sure you will see it again in time. It is quite natural to miss home, but adventuring is a home all of its own. Skyrim is full of wonders, and we must make the most of them while we are here to enjoy them.
I couldn't agree more.
You want to talk? I'm wondering how many raindrops have hit us since we started talking. Of course. What do you want to know? Why not? Let me know when you are ready to move on.
Hello there. Right you are, boss.
My mother said that love and communication are the most important things. That by sharing our hearts and our minds, we all grow stronger. She was wise. Tiger putting on quite a show. As we were traveling, I could not help but think how lucky I am to know you. You have made my life a brighter place.
How can I assist? What a beautiful day.
Is charged. Yes, my friend. Pooling our resources. Okay, talk to you
Captain Flavius reporting. Let's get moving. Let's get back to it.
Mr. Dragonfly, do not worry. If we are still... Smell that rain. What a beautiful start to the day.
Greetings. Sure, I'll carry what I can. Let's get back to it. Hi! Sure, I'll carry what I can. Let's go. Hit me. Not literally. And away we go.